Welcome, New Testament Survey. I'm excited to have the opportunity to kind of navigate this course with you, this new adventure, as we begin to nuance this course in light of COVID-19 and some of the effects that it's had on our society and most recently on higher education. I want to post a video and just check in with you and really take the opportunity to engage with each one of you in this new format. As one-on-one interaction has been limited, I'm excited for the opportunity to engage in a new format. And so today we'll go over kind of what that new format's going to look like. We'll look at how classes are going to operate remotely, and then go over some of the quizzes and exams and prep you for when you get back from spring break or when we move online after spring break, as I realize a number of you have gone home or are heading home and will remain there until the face-to-face ban has lifted. So in light of that, we'll begin with the first one. So in this new format, we are going to operate remotely. And just as a reminder, based on the letter that Pastor Wayne had sent out yesterday on Thursday, that letter indicated that there's really different types of classes. There's what we call synchronous and asynchronous. And synchronous is where you have set times where you meet, and then asynchronous is where it's kind of open and it's more of a floating schedule and you just get them done within this time frame. Your quizzes and exams will operate a little more asynchronous. However, our class times will operate in a more synchronous manner, which thus would be remote classrooms. And so as a result, we are going to operate, I'm going to go over a little bit what that looks like. And so when you get back from spring break on Monday, March 30th, we will operate in a synchronous format, meaning that we will at 9 a.m. on March 30th, we will meet face-to-face digitally. We will be utilizing a platform called Zoom. Most of you are familiar with Zoom. You've used it several times. Those of you who have not, it's similar to FaceTime or Google Hangouts. It is a platform that allows you to operate face-to-face and is designed more for a professional or classroom setting, and we will be utilizing it as such. Fortunately, Zoom has the ability to integrate with Populi. And so when you go on to Populi and you look at the left side, you'll see all of the options over there. One of them says conferences. And when you click on conferences, you will see that there will be a conference uploaded, and it will be titled something similar to New Testament Survey, March 30th, 9 a.m. And next to it, you'll see a little tab that'll give you the opportunity to join that conference. And so you'll click on that, and it will automatically upload you into the course. Now, if you're using a Android or iOS device, then it will likely ask you to grab the Zoom app if you don't already have it. If you're using a computer, it may ask you to download Zoom, and it will usually prompt that function immediately, and then you'll just go through that, and then you'll be able to engage. So I imagine I would encourage you to try to get on maybe 10 or 15 minutes ahead of time, around 8:45 on the first session. After you've done it once, it'll all be set up and ready to go as long as you use that same computer. And once you get in there, I will, for the majority of the class, I will mute everyone. There'll be a chat function where people can chat and ask questions. If they have questions, they're welcome to. But I will share my screen so everyone will be able to see my screen, and I will move through all of the slides. And as we navigate through the slides, you'll be able to hear me engage through audio, and we'll just discuss the course and go through the slides together. And then at the end, we'll have some discussion. At that point, I will likely unmute everybody and allow each individual to ask questions. I may call on specific people directly to engage. And I do realize there's been some questions I've had about this remote education, and some of you who have gone home, particularly those who have gone home to Hawaii, I do realize it's 3 hours earlier. I would encourage you to still engage at 6 a.m. Hawaii time if you can. However, there will be a more asynchronous option, an online option, in which the Zooms will be recorded. Our classes will be recorded, and then I will upload them onto Populi, and they will have a discussion function, and then you'll get on, watch the hour-long video, and then answer the discussion questions. But if you attend the classes at 9 a.m. over Zoom, that will count as your attendance. Everyone else, in order to achieve attendance, the attendance policy will be released later through the dean's office, but we'll discuss the specifics of that at that time for our class. But in order to fully be present and to receive full credit for everything, you will have to engage in those discussion forums if you are not present at the 9 a.m. classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays during the face-to-face ban. If you have any questions about that, you're welcome to contact me. I would ask, if you are not going to be present, please let me know, and let me know why, because we are allowing students to operate online on a case-to-case basis, just so that students, just to make sure that they're as engaged as they possibly can be. I would encourage you, remember, you are still actively students. You are still, I would keep the student format as if you still have all the responsibilities, but take this as an opportunity to get ahead in your classes or catch up if that be the case. Next, we want to go over quizzes and exams. The quizzes and exams will all still be they're all going to be moved online, but you will still be responsible for all the quizzes and exams. The exam will still be the same day. The only difference is, for the quizzes and exams, I will not ask you to take the quiz at the beginning of class. Instead, the quizzes will be available throughout the remainder of that day. They'll be available from midnight that day until 11:59, and they will be timed, so they'll have a 10-minute timer. It's important that you keep time yourself on your own, because they do not always bring up a timer, and if you do not submit it within the quizzes within that 10-minute time limit, it will automatically assess you, or it'll automatically give you a 0, and because you did not submit anything. And so you'll want to make certain that you submit it within that 10-minute time limit. It will be open note. It will be open book. You're welcome to use both your notes and your books. Just note that it will be a little bit longer and more robust for that reason, but still 10-minute time limit for quizzes. The exam will be the same way. It will be open note, open book. However, it will be a little lengthier, and in all likelihood we'll have some essay questions to really give me the opportunity to assess your ability to interact with the material through the medium of writing. And so I'm very excited for those opportunities. I have already begun building those and putting them online. And so they'll be submitted and activated by the time you get back from spring break. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me. And I would encourage you, I'll finish with this. As we move online, again, yes, remember you are a student, but one of the things that was noted by one of the members of our staff when we were in one of the staff meetings is it's apparent to all of us that countries like ours are just tired. A lot of the people are very tired. And so even though there's all these things happening, a lot of them are just leaned into it and said, you know, it's just an opportunity for me to step back. And I would say it's okay to recognize that you're tired. Relaxation is a key part of life. However, it can also be very difficult. It can be, our mentality can shift, and we have to make sure that we don't become lackadaisical in our practices. So I would encourage you, take the opportunities to relax. If you're home with your family, spend time with your family, engage them, play board games, have conversations. I realize that might be terrifying, but sit down and have a conversation. Engage with them on an interpersonal level. And so and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm available during the day. I'll still be at work even over spring break. There might be a couple days I step out, but I'll be available. You can call me, text me, email me. I would love to respond. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate. And I hope all of you have a fantastic and restorative spring break. Get caught up if you need to, or get ahead. Take this as an opportunity to engage. Many of you, if you go on the master's programs, they will probably operate online in a similar format, so take this as an opportunity to really engage and prepare yourself for the future, whatever that looks like. Okay, blessings, my friends.